Welcome back to the couch. Now, you know, if I had this book about a couple of weeks ago, I would never have had to have my gastric sleeve. So I do thank Sarah Di Lorenzo from the Sunrise program. As always, 7, leaving it to the last minute. If I knew, I probably could have saved myself a lot of pain and time. But I tell you what, it may benefit so many people. She's a clinical nutritionist and she's with us today. We're really honoured because she's flown in directly from Sydney to Perth. She's literally got here a couple of hours ago and she's on the set talking to Nisha. Over to you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Fred. Sarah, welcome to the couch.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm in admiration. When we were talking earlier, you're a clinical nutritionist, still working in your own practice.
Yes. You're
the resident nutritionist on Weekend Sunrise.
Correct, yes.
As well as an author.
Yes, author of the 10-10 Diet and now the 10-10 Diet recipe book. And I'm working on book 3. As well, I am proud mum of 3 daughters, Charlotte, Coco and Chloe, and avid exerciser and someone who just really believes in a holistic approach to health and wellness.
Beautiful. And it's great to hear how in purpose you are when you talk about a holistic approach.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
So tell us a little bit about the 10-10 diet.
So the 10-10 diet is something that I create. It's a creation of mine after probably 15 to 20 years of being in clinical practice. And it's a holistic approach to losing weight. So what I want to do is I want to teach people how to take weight off and keep it off for life. It is a whole new style of eating that is a nutritionally balanced diet. It's 10 kilos in 10 weeks. I only believe in weight loss and healthy weight loss to be around a kilo a week because the average person can only lose between 0.8 and 1.2 kilos of body fat. So I'm all about preserving the body's wonderful muscle, people being really healthy. I don't want to dehydrate people. I just want people to reduce body fat. So it is a diet that creates ketones, but it is not the keto diet. I still have fruit in there. I still have legumes in there. There's nuts. It is really learning a new style of eating. I've got a maintenance program in there as well. So yes.
That's wonderful. So it's sustainable because you're creating reasonable expectations and working with individuals, which I have to say, when you're still treating, you're up to date in terms of all of the research, which is amazing.
That is just so important, though. Like, as a clinician, there's trends that you see people. I'll always be in clinical practice. I see people who come in and I'll see different nutrition trends, and I learn more about people. It just enhances my capacity as a practitioner to continually, do better treatment plans with just that holistic approach.
And you are very humble, so I'll need to say it. But your books, so you've got 2 books. Okay,
yes,
so you've got the 10-10 Diet book, the initial book,
correct,
which was brought out in January, and then you have the book that Fred's about to hold up, and it may be on screen. Apologies as well. So the initial book is on screen,
yes,
the 10-10 Diet, and the recent recipe book that's being launched that we're all fighting over in the studio, which makes it so realistic to see how you can set some reasonable expectations. But you have been number 1 for a number of months now.
Yes, I'm the number 1 author in the country. So that's been something that's been. Look, I'm overwhelmed and I'm honoured, but it does actually really show me what the Australian public's looking for as well. But also, the 10-10 Diet's sold over 30,000 copies. That's the number 1. It's been the number 1 book. It's been a number 1 on Amazon many times, and the 10-10 Diet recipe book that's out now is currently number 1, and that's done 5,000 copies, and it was only published not even about a week ago. So
brilliant.
It just shows me so much, Nisha, though, what the Australian public want, and they want the hard, fast, rapid dieting, all that kind of stuff. Isn't what's popular now. What's popular is, and what I prescribe and what I promote is just that self-love, that self-care, healthy diet, healthy relationship with food, and at the end of it, really creating a new normal.
As I hear you speak,
yes,
I think about world vision.
Yeah.
And the reason I think about that is because one of the ethos, one of the philosophies rather, around world vision is to create a sustainable infrastructure.
Yeah, wow.
And that's why that not-for-profit is so successful in developing countries, is because it resonates. You don't just want to go in and try and lose 10 kilos in 5 minutes and then not be able. You want to go in, you understand the whole behavioural approach, assist someone to feel comfortable in their own body, and they make changes that they want to make, right?
Absolutely. And in the first book, in the 10-10 Diet, that's basically 45,000 words of all of my clinical experience. And what I do cover in that is everything from, I want people to understand why are you carrying weight? Is it nutritional deficiencies? Is it personal relationships? Is it lack of sleep, lack of water, lack of exercise, lack of vitamin D? I want people to really understand why it is that they've carried that weight and work on the periphery while they're doing the 10-week program and really work on themselves. In the middle of the 10 weeks, I've got a 2-week mini detox. And people think of detoxing like something that's potentially unpleasant. For me, detoxing is time for you. It's time to stop, reflect, and it's time to really just set some goals. I don't stop coffee in the detox because it's not about that. It's just the only thing I do stop is alcohol. I'm a realist. I have alcohol in the 10-10 diet because I understand that it's 10 weeks. The reason why I also picked 10 weeks was because it takes us as humans to make a life change, according to research, 66 days.
Yes.
So I really want to change people's lives for the better. I want them to get off the diet merry-go-round, stop it and just look at a new style of eating, because when you get to the maintenance phase of the 10-10 diet, you've already got a wonderfully nutritionally balanced menu and meal plan, and what I do is reintroduce properly our complex carbohydrates, but I do them when we should be eating them at breakfast and lunch, not at dinner. They're our macro for energy, and logically, and if you look at studies around the world in the blue zones and where people have no disease and no obesity, or they have they live till 110 and 120, they have a very complex carbohydrate dense diet, but their carbs are taken in the earlier part of the day. Yeah. So we're insulin resistant nighttime, so what we eat at night we store. So there's a lot of science. The 10-10 diet is all evidence-based.
Yes, look, it's certainly evidence-based, and certainly when you talk about sleep and fatigue management and all of those spaces, I can sense from talking to Sarah earlier, she's so versed across the board in holistic health, and I could talk to you all day, but they're wrapping me up. But Sarah, where do we find out more about you?
So my website is sarahdilorenzo.com.
Wonderful. And I do have the dates here because you are on a tour, obviously promoting the book. So if you're watching online, these dates will still be relevant. Monday, the 13th of June from 1 to 2 p.m. at Dimmicks in Hay Street. Monday as well from 4 to 5 p.m. in Dimmicks in Morley. You'll be busy that day. And Tuesday, the 14th of June from 12 to 1 at Dimmicks in Garden City. So if you are around, you can meet Sarah then and get a personally signed book.
Yes, and a photo. Come and say hi. If you are someone in Perth who has done the 10-10 diet journey, I would love to hear your success. Come and meet me and tell me your story, because that's why I do what I do.
And you can really feel it when you're sitting next to Sarah. Such a genuine energy. Thank you so much for joining us on the couch.
Having me. Thank you.
And we'll look forward to staying connected with you for book 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I'm sure.
They're all coming.
Yay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Of course, if you've missed any of that, you can check out our Facebook page, The Couch, otherwise thecouch.com.au. But for now, it's back to you, Fred.
Thank you very much, Nisha and Sarah. Can I just ask very quick, because I've written notes for myself. It's like a classroom. I know we're going to go to a break, but that's okay. Look, I know the owner. You're very realistic. Diets need to be realistic 100%. If people are going to keep to them. I've learnt that. There's 150 recipes in this book, and I've looked at them. There's lasagna in there, and there's chicken, and there's soups, which after having a gastric sleeve, I'm going to have a look at that.
Yes.
The name's Italian, so it's got to be good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I want to know, do you actually cook these recipes, or are they somebody else has put the lovely look on them?
No, I cook them. No, and these are all recipes that are my own creations. I've invented them.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
My next question, my last question, what are you doing tonight? Because I'm feeling that I have a dinner. And do you really think I look like Matt Doran?
I think you do, absolutely.
That's what I thought so too. You look like Natasha Belling. I bet no one's ever said that to you.
No.
She reads the news over there. I think it's 7 these days. But
she does pop in there sometimes, yes.
It's been a wonderful experience having you here. Hopefully we'll all be a lot healthier, especially when you come back. But thank you for doing that. And please support the book. It is a fantastic book. 10-10 Diet Recipe Book. There it is. I've got it. I've got a few copies I'm going to give away. I'll tell you how you can win them after the break.
Connect with The Couch online through Facebook, Instagram and YouTube.